Welcome to our fly-in. It's Stanley Fly-In 305 in Stanley, Nova Scotia. And I'm Linda Hatch, and I'm with the chapter. And this is our registration booth where all the pilots come and register for the day. We have campers and various spectators who come throughout the day. We have ultralights, home built, you name it, we have it. We have gliders that fly from the far side of our field. And we'll just walk along here and we'll show you a little bit of what we have.
How much difference in this than it was when you was in Lakeland?
Quite a difference. You're much, much bigger. Enjoyed it thoroughly, though.
But how about the mud? You know, mud here. There's no mud here.
No mud. We did have mud first of the week, but no mud now. We thought we'd have more ultralights than this in, but the ultralights didn't really show up until this morning. They had bad weather and they couldn't fly in. I guess I'm not really familiar with how much wind they have to have, but I think it's under 15 knots. This apparently is a new ultralight that's coming into the limelight. It's all enclosed. And I think I feel a little bit safer in that one than I would in one of these. I'm not all fussy and going up. Just watch your step, get going.
Ultralights. What do you need to say about it?
Built by Fisher out of Ohio. FD-101. Another model out they call it Koala with the 202.
Come on, just keep talking.
What do you want to know about it?
You just tell me anything you want me to know about it.
Okay, we got
Explain it to me. I've never seen one of these things.
a stall with power on of 17 mile an hour, power off at 23, cruise 5. Take off in 22 horse engine, 150 feet.
It's 22 horsepower?
Yes. And in the 40 horse, you'll get out in 75 feet.
This is our 13th.
A lot of people say, well, what's the cost of the component? Well, you actually prefer slow landing speed, so if you're using runway, you can use it to come in across if you have any amount of wind. Same on takeoff. Yeah, it's a basic, all around, use aircraft.
I want to feel something.
Side curtains on it, and plexiglass on one side, and another door the same as your Piper Cub, and heat pump off the exhaust, and use it year round.
How much does it weigh?
Design weight is 210 pounds with the 22 horse. About 240 some pounds with the 40 horses.
Do you have plans that you'd sell?
No plans available. It comes as a kit with plans. Plans are full size. Basically, it's the same as a model aircraft. You can run your full-size plans out on your table and build it on top of it.
Are you going to sell them?
I'm the maritime distributor.
And what?
They'll be sold through local dealerships.
About what price? You don't always give me the exact figure.
And ladies and gentlemen, we've just been advised by the skydivers. They'll be exiting the aircraft in about 3 to 4 minutes. You can hear and see the aircraft overhead. They feel climbing for altitude now. We'll give you about a 1 minute call just prior to the divers exiting the aircraft.
And the Canadian registration on this particular unit, you'll see your C, which designates Canadian. Your I designates your ultralight and your other call. And this one happens to be EAA.
And what'd you say what they retail for, roughly?
Roughly about 5,600 Canadian. FOB Ontario. We have a plant in Ontario now for the kids.
Oh, to Florida. We flew down and we only stayed
did you fly?
We flew in just commercial. We flew commercial. And rented a car down there. And we hit a lot of the spots that we wanted to see. We went to Lakeland, and we went to Cypress Gardens, and we went to Disney World, and had one. We want to go back.
Got a nice hangar.
Yeah.
And the drivers will be exiting the aircraft when it is just slightly to the southwest of the airport, and they'll be landing in the vicinity of the tower, or in front of the tower, in the open area here. So if you just migrate to the west of the field, you'll get a good view of the jumpers landing. They'll be landing just in west of the ultralight aircraft display.
Some of them have the but we do have,
Okay, folks, if you want to come now, 15 to 20 seconds, and the skydivers will be coming up.
I'll get the parachute fall in a minute. I can't shoot this into the sun. But I do want to get a picture of the number of planes that's here.
Folks over by the ultralights there, appreciate it if you wouldn't go too far in the field or just stay fairly close to those ultralights. They'll be landing right in there.
I guess they're going to be landing over this way.
Oh God. What's up, Daryl? Daryl, they're gonna land on me. Come on down, will ya?
Boy, they can land on a dime, can't they?
Mm-hmm, sure they can. I'll get him all the way down if I can.
You might be able to catch them.
Come on, Roger.
Okay, folks, we're getting down to the last portion of the jump now.
You wanna look at that plane?
Chicken's not on there.
He landed just behind me.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, folks, when the other chap gets on the ground, if you'd like to go over and say hello to the fellows, make sure you don't get on any of their equipment, but go over and say hello and take a look at all the features that they have available for the skydiving sport.
I won't touch anybody.
Okay, how about it, guys?
Fantastic. Fly taildraggers. See
Well,
that?
that's what I've got. What have you got, the Cub?
Oh, I had that like Buccaneer now. I shouldn't be wearing this shirt.
Yeah, well, that's all right. We'll let you be the tail dragger.
Oh, okay, I'll get away with it this
Yeah.
time.
What do you call that?
I'm not really sure. I'll take a walk.
Piper
up here.
Clipper, I think.
Piper PA-15.
PA-50, well, that's...
Vagabond.
Okay.
Various things in like that.
And when it's got the C on the tail, that's Canadian, is that
Yes.
right?
Yes.
This looks very similar to mine.
Last year we had in over 100 aircraft that landed. They didn't all register, but
And about how many you figure you had here? How many?
we had approximately about, I'd say about 37, 38 campers.
Mm-hmm.
And usually we had, let me see, we had about 58 pilots come in yesterday, and we're expecting more today. And we have approximately probably around 400 to 500 or even 600 spectators that come in just to see what's happening. Here today that you can see far.
Well, I hope so too. We've been real fortunate. Now, we went down to Digby the other day.
Yeah.
And just as we got there,
start moving in. So we have a lot of trouble with that airport. Areas around. But there's a couple of private strips that people are putting in. Gary Goodwin, who is over from Shubenacadie, Suyak, that area, he has a lot of cubs. That's his main thing is cubs. And Gary is, he has a cub over here, or he did, he probably went home last night. But he's in the process of regenerating or whatever, building this thing, putting this thing back together, and he's really into a lot of cubs. He loves the cubs.
What's your price of gasoline here, Aviation days?
I'm not sure the price right now. It was close to $2 per gallon.
Yeah,
Getting ready to go.
She has the cub over here, and she's flying the Sundancer there. This is Mr. Garner from Florida. Hi. And he just popped in to take pictures for his experimental group down there. Thought he'd show us what we have up here.
Very good.
Yeah. How about these fellows here? Are they spectators?
My son and his friends there, Craig Seeley and Dean Hatch.
During the fly-in or?
Just the flying.
We've just had a winner on ticket 0943174. The winner is Ralph Tuffle from Divert.
These are several of our members here. There's Sal Smith and Roy O'Hanley and Joe Frisell. You're on candid camera, so you better smile.
Hey, you got any samples of those dreams?
This is Bill and Mary Garner. They're from Florida, and he belongs to EAA down there, and he's filming this to take back to show them what he can. Yes, they do.
So give us
We came into Nova Scotia on Thursday morning, but we're new.
I'll introduce you to the president of the Ladies Wing. Where you our Ladies Wing. And Jackie Bent is another main member of the Ladies Wing down on the far end there. And Joyce Rogers is in the middle. She's scooping on ice cream. You can't see her right now, but if you come around the corner, you'll be able to catch them better probably. folks along the way, and they're enjoying it thoroughly. This is Seeley. I want you to meet Bill Garner. He's from, he's not that big, but trying to see how it works out. I imagine they sold something.
It does look like there might be something I could use.
That's right. There you go.
You're right over the front.
Did you get it?
You tell me about it.
I'm not really sure. If I can find the fellow that's running this, I'll have him give a talk on it.
All right. Okay.
Wrong part of the
You
way?
can move it out of the way for me.
And this particular one is $290. The
Okay. I'll go back and make a sweep of the wings while I'm...
Yeah, they go up,
Yeah, this is our
they go up
first
between
day.
3 and 3:30.
Let the lady give us a brief.
Yeah, he's trying to like know what your... He's from the States, and he's taking us back to show EAA down there what we do up here. Just kind of give me a rundown why you're here. Just right now.
Well, we are here primarily for the safety and comfort of the people flying the airplane in lieu of any accidents. Also, there's a lot of children here. It's a very hot weekend with the danger of heat stroke, heat frustration, and minor incidents, cuts and bruises here.
And I must say they were very helpful and very enjoyable. We like having them here.
This club is a very nice club too, so people are very nice.
Okay, Mr. Garner, this is Seeley. He's the president of our EAA Chapter 305.
Because that cushion on my knee is bothering me.
And he's active, very active.
Oh, yeah.
And he's always on the run. And right now he's on the run to go in the flyby, so I guess we better let him go.
just had a flyby with the Emerald. Well, I'm glad to meet you, sir, and get down to Winter Haven and Lakeland Fly-In in next March.
Hopefully, we had some people down in Lakeland last 2 years, but haven't been able to get them. We'll try and get there.
Okay, thank you a lot.
Usually throughout the year we have our meetings once a month we hold them in town where it's more feasible for people to come.
Glider operations from the tower.
And this is the clubhouse for the
Chapter 305.
305.
Glider operations.
Is Lillian Procnell from Oshawa, Ontario.
She can't even talk. Yes, and you're going to see it later.
Oh, you're kidding. I don't know that I want to see it.
You met Mr. Garner, did you not, and his wife Mary?
You're having a great time out there.
Yeah.
For one pilot. And it's put together by a company in Nova Scotia, in New Glasgow, called the PC Survival Aid Systems Incorporated. And we've shown it here in various sections. We have the first aid on the far end with the food pack and the food preparation pack here, signals package, general items, and the clothing. We have a distress cloth, which is also a tube tent, and a set of 4 signal panels, which also include the instructions for use. All this makes up into a pack that will fit into most aircraft, and it weighs approximately 15 pounds. The cost of this kit is $290 Canadian, and the two-man kit, which is the same kit but more expensive, and that is $350. We also have in the planning a vest which will contain the distress cloth, the signal panels, and the first aid kit with 2 separate pockets. And in the pockets you can put your own chocolate and so on like that. That is being developed now for the ultralight pilot.
I noticed you had a beacon there. Is that a...
Yeah. The signal package, it has a strobe beacon which will attract pilots for a good distance. It flashes at this frequency for 8 hours on a single charge of batteries, and then at this intensity, but in longer intervals, for a further 16 hours, all on those same batteries. These are the ground position indicators, and these we have put in instead of ground flares, so that a helicopter pilot coming in to pick up people on the ground would not be blinded by the light, especially when the flare burned out. It's possible to mark the extremities of a landing area with these lights. They can also be used as marshalling wands, or just held up to mark your position in the bush. Once again, the important thing is that it doesn't blind you, and it doesn't blind the pilot coming in, so that you become a menace to the persons coming in to pick you up. There are 6 2-star, 400-foot altitude, 6-second burn, 10,000 candle power flares, 3 smoke discharges, and a signal mirror and a whistle, which also go to make up the signal kit. We use the marine survival knife as the knife for the kit, which also has a sharpening stone to keep the edge bright. Along with this kit, there'll be a manual that we are presently writing, and which is based on the Canadian Forces survival manual. And in it we'll tell you how to make a cone trap for fish, a hollow log trap for small animals, and along with that we also have some snare wire just to help people secure some food. The fishing kit is more for occupation and to keep you interested, rather than to supplement the larder. We prefer to suggest that the cone trap would be better for catching fish than the hooks. For water, there's a collapsible bucket which, along with the halozone or the iodine tablets, will keep the water pure. The 100 feet of carry strap is a material that instead of putting in a rope and fishing line,
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to fly by a representative aircraft at Stanley.
there's
Spartansburg, South Carolina, 25134 Delta. So we have 3 home builts and 3 manufactured aircraft in the flyby. The first fly past will be in slope. In the case of the Cub, he's going to do both runs at the same time.
I've been in this enough.
You're on your own. There goes the permit to your camera down the bottom.
Down the tree, is that
I
right?
haven't even got my EAA Chapter.
Terrible.
Well, if you want, I'll let you have mine.
You want to trade just for the picture?
Yeah.
So you can say, there's my cat.
Yeah. I'd like to get, make sure I get to write in it too.
They'll know for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay? So your camera doesn't make much noise.
No.
No.
Flyby at this time. And he's being followed rather rapidly by Debbie and the Citabria.
I just know that fast.
Third aircraft on the line is the PLA Maroon XOZ with Ron Seeley at the controls. And Ron mentioned the PA-12 from the state of Maine. One thing, if you take a note there, folks, you'll notice all the Pipers can fly very, very slow. You'll notice the PA-12 has really got her slow. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the PA-12 just going by, and he'll be followed by homebuilt, Zenith, and Fox Lima Papa is the identification. I'm afraid I don't know the pilot of the Zenith. A lot of them being built in Canada right now. Several, as a matter of fact, are right in the maritime area here. Okay, and following quickly behind the Zenith is the Ram, the KR-2 from Carolina, Spartansburg that is, and he's doing his slow flyby. I want you to keep your eye on this little guy because when he gets ready to do his fast flyby, it's really going to be quick. And just coming in behind him is Wayne in the Cub, and he's doing a high-speed flyby now. So keep an eye peeled here. We'll just see how fast it really is.
Not very fast. Fast speed is no faster than swim.
You got that one speed with the Cub.
Yeah, that's right. And they always tease me because usually if we go to the various fly-ins, we're always the last one to come in, whether we leave first or whatever, we're always the last to come in.
Yeah, but you have fun on the way, don't you?
You want to believe it. That's great.
There we go. That's Mr. Piper in high speed. Notice the on the step position there. He's up and running. And here comes the Citabria hot on his tail. This is the high-speed pass. We should be 115 or 20 indicated miles per hour for the Citabria there. And coming in now is X-Ray Oscar Zulu, the PLA Road, with Ron Seeley at the controls for his high-speed flyby. He should be moving out pretty good, in excess of 130 when he goes by.
See him yet.
And right behind Ron is the PA-12. He'll be coming in at a pretty good rate of knots as well. The other aircraft are spaced out for a fast, high-speed run. We'll keep you advised. Okay, here goes Ron by in the E-Route. Looks like he's spent a little bit 100, 130 today. He's really on the step and moving real smart across the the runway there. Doing a little bit of high there, folks, as he goes by. At a pretty good rate of knots. And wouldn't you know it, here comes Eddie packing the float plane. Okay, it looks like the car just couldn't wait for the zenith, and here he goes. No, here comes the zenith. He is in this high-speed run right now. And Eddie, I don't know, get the bucket of water out. I think Eddie's going to land.
Oh my Lord, look at him landing the float plane.
Okay. Okay, there's two quickies.
You just tell me what your organization is.
Okay, and you're going to...
Yeah.
All right. Okay. It's the Atlantic Canada Aviation Museum Society display here at the EAA Fly-In. There are a half a dozen regional aviation museums across Canada, and the Atlantic region hasn't had a museum for aviation. So in 1978, a small group of people got together and decided it was time we had one. So we started the Atlantic Canada Aviation Museum Society. Right now our membership is around 100, and our goals are to preserve the Atlantic Canada Aviation Museum and to preserve the history of the aviation and its heritage from this region. Very few people realize what a great heritage we have. The Silver Dart, which was the first aircraft to fly in the British Empire, was flown out of Nova Scotia in Cape Breton off the lakes, the Bredor Lakes in Bedeck. And we have the gentleman from Rothsay by the name of Rupert Turnbull, who invented the variable pitch prop. And many people feel that the variable pitch prop is Canada's greatest gift to aviation. So it's just a couple little things like that that got us all started, and we realized that we've got to do something to preserve the aviation heritage of this region. Every opportunity that we have to put on a display, we do it through displays like this, and we display uniforms and artifacts and memorabilia from the bygone era. We work very closely with local groups, particularly the Experimental Aircraft Association, Chapter 305, which is called the Dartmouth Experimental Aircraft Association. So we work together, we have joint membership sometimes, and as I said, we always take every opportunity to get to the public. We don't, as yet, have a museum of our own, but we hope to someday. And in the meantime, since we don't have a museum for the public to come to us, we try and take the museum to the public. And this is an example of the kind of thing we do. That uniform is an RCAF uniform from World War II. It's a training uniform, and the letters EFTS stand for Elementary Flying Training School, which was right here at Stanley during the war, and it was part of the British Commonwealth Air Training Network. Now that's a student uniform.
Okay, just those back there. In the back.
Sorry.
It's all right. I shouldn't come to these things.
These are other uniforms. These first three are from World War II. The standard uniform. This is the uniform, the dress uniform of the pilot, fully graduated with his wings. This is the other dress uniform that was worn particularly in the summer. He's a fully graduated pilot with his wings, and it's a decoration. The flying jacket is from World War I. Typical flying jacket that was worn in the Tiger Moths and Fleet Finches of the era. So we have various people come to us from time to time and make donations, which we're very grateful for. So this is the kind of thing that we try to collect, which is all examples of our heritage from this region.
Well, how about pointing out your father now? Now turn around and look at me or whatever.
But it's HC. You have RC there. It's
oh, is that right?
HC.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
He's a very very important person throughout the weekend for our club. He's our air traffic controller. He has help in our tower, and like I said, he's very major, and we couldn't do without Doug. Very important.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, and it is the truth. Without you, we may have accidents, I'll tell you that.
Thanks very much.
Now
Pleasure to be here.
that requires a statement from you about her. You couldn't do without her, could you?
I guess she registers all the airplanes. Without the airplanes being registered, here what would I be doing? Anyway, Linda, it's a great pleasure to be here and have you down here in the registration. That's why it's all about it.
Right.
How many years have you been here now? A lot of times.
A lot of time. This is our 13th time, and I haven't been here 13 years, but I'm sure that you have been here.
Better every year, too.
That's right.
Better every year. People from all over. We have people from North Carolina, was it? Or South Carolina? Even further, South Carolina.
Yeah.
That's right. A lot of our
Chapel, and she's our little girl of EAA 305. Everybody owns her when she comes up to Stanley. She's a adorable kid.
Yeah.
Smile. Wait, Sarah.
Come on.
Wait, say hi,
Come on.
Wait to me. Say hi, Sarah. Wait.
Let's let your mother wave then. Maybe she'll wave.
Sarah. Oh, sleepy Sarah. Okay.
You better smile. I'll wait.
Say hi, Bill.
Can you say hi? Can you say hi? Come on.
Wave,
say
Sarah.
hi.
Wave.
Say hi.
Wait, Catherine. Not performing, no. Okay.
We're about to make another ticket draw. Okay, Sarah? The winning number is 0943105. If you have that number, bring the ticket to the registration booth within 15 minutes. 0943105. Or 0943105. If you have that ticket, bring it to the registration booth within 10 minutes.
Our, press the button. No, yeah, leave it out to top.
Hello?
No, you have to hold it all the time.
Hold it all the time.
Okay, you want to try that again? I'm just soloing this thing.
Jumper cable.
Okay. I have to get so
EAA Trace 305, presenting the first plaque and the flower box time. And we also have one for your bombardier, so if I can have that, please. I make the presentation for both the bombardier and the pilot to Logan Lewis, to Truro Flying Club, on behalf of 305.
Now turn it around, I'll get you. Yes.
Somebody can call in wherever you want to call in.
Catch the candy drop coming. Candy drop's just coming in over there, look.
Thank you.
Candy drop. Catch it as it comes in. Should see it go any minute. And then you watch the kids go out there. There they go. Right. There they are. Right. Perfect. Oh. There they go. Look at them go.
If we could have maybe a couple of adults out there to the far end so the kids don't stray out on the runway, please.
See you later.
What I'm doing here.
Yeah, that is a better spot. Wayne did a better job.
Ladies and gentlemen, a number of people have been wondering about the ultralight flyby, and because of the gusty wind conditions, this has had to be delayed. The demonstration will take place towards the latter part of the day, probably 6 o'clock or a bit later. And for those pilots who are planning to depart the area, we will give you a 30-minute notice before the ultralight demonstration takes place so that you can get away in plenty of time. Thank you.
How many are there? Just take that one and 2 weeks old.
Yeah, in about 20 years now we'll show him. For her, it's the him.
It's a him. We'll show him. He'll be one of our members.
What's his name?
Joseph Robin.
Yeah. The registration, by the way.
Okay, we have a lot of members that come up with small kids. Usually we have some between the ages of 3 to 10 that we have activities for. And we usually have races on Saturday for them. We have a candy drop on Sunday, which was just shown previously. And we have a plane that flies over a specific area, and he drops about 5 or 7 pounds of candy on the field. And then we let the kids run out and find the candy. And they thoroughly enjoy that. We also try and provide some other little thing for them. We have movies for them throughout the day. And we set up a little area in the steel hangar for them, and we sell used toys at a reasonable price that they can afford. We have a little fish pond that we let them fish out, and we charge a quarter, which is a good buy for them, and they fish out of that and they have a great time. We also have a penny guess, and we filled a little bunny this year with pennies and let the kids guess at how much is in there, and the closest one to this gets the pennies, and they'll be getting that tonight at our awards and presentations.
The brown one on the other there.
Hey.
Yeah, that's turbocharged Volkswagen.
Wave to Bill.
Very similar to what was
we probably didn't get all the movements this morning either.
Mike Kilo, thanks.
We got caught there this morning, and I was here alone for a little while. So we probably didn't get some of the smudgy blows, but we didn't miss many. What the hell? When you're up to 1,000, who cares? One or two.
Fantastic job as it is, Chief.
We had a lot of unique operations, but I think something to think about next year is the idea of getting something organized on a very regular basis, right? You know, a flyby, match set, 2 cubs in unison. Look at that, say, you're happy for a flyby, so here's a happy. Something like this, I think it'd be well worth it. Everybody really likes it. Yeah, they like that. Yeah, they do.
X-ray Oscar Papa, just keep an eye for the cub there. Debbie is doing some unique touch and goes for us, so just watch the approach there if you would, please, before you depart.
You see our 200-foot line, Wayne? X-ray Papa Juliet, Stanley, you're loud and clear. 2 aircraft operating, 2 for departure, gliding to the north, wind from the south, 27 and active. Papa Juliet, roger. Yeah, if you're below that line, when I'm sitting here with my feet like this, you're below 200 feet.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, LRY and I set that up the other day.
All right. Jesus, Debbie and I were up there this morning.
XOP looks like Debbie's going to remain well clear.
Yeah, she can shut in all those machines.
Wait, is David up here?
No, I was just talking about this earlier.
And then you said bring up the desktop and he was...
Oscar Papa, the cub is well clear now.
Oh, he's down.
Oscar Papa, roger. Yes, departing at your discretion, roger. Yeah, she's been a great weekend, boy. Yeah. Look at here. If men had called us in and said, "Now look, be reasonable and give us the type of weather you want," we couldn't have. No, we couldn't have wrote up a better scheme.